When Hope World meets Cold World, a dream collaboration for this BTS artist, and it's coming up next. Hi everybody, my name is Kim Wynn and welcome into my channel. I am the American woman who's going to be doing a presentation for you for J-Hope's solo on the Street with J. Cole. Now, if you're new to my channel, I create videos mainly aimed at people who are new to BTS and the K-pop genre. So in each of my videos, I'll explain a little bit about the artist and a little bit about the song so we can share the information together. And if you're new, I definitely welcome you in. And I also want to welcome back all of my fellow ARMY who's been following me, as well as anybody who's new. I got a lot of new subscribers, so I just want to say welcome you guys. Welcome to the family. I'm so glad you're here, as well as everybody who's been with me. It's been a while since I saw you guys. I had a lot going on behind the scenes. Broken camera would be one of them. BTS is Bangtan Sonyeon. They are a 7-member band from South Korea, and currently they are the biggest boy band in the world. Now, you may have already heard that they are currently pursuing solo projects due to South Korea's mandatory military requirement. The oldest member, Jin, has already enlisted, so each of them are currently pursuing their solo projects, and this happens to be J-Hope's solo project before he enters the military. Jung Ho-suk, better known by his stage name as J-Hope, is a South Korean rapper, dancer, songwriter, and record producer, and he is a member of BTS, signed under Big Hit Entertainment. He is also the dance leader for BTS. He is an amazing dancer, and in fact, his background was that he took dancing classes at the Gwangju, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced this, Music Academy, and became part of an underground dance team called Neuron. He actually auditioned for one of the big agencies over there called JYP Entertainment in 2009, and unfortunately for the label, they let him go, and guess who picked him up? Big Hit Entertainment. He was actually the 3rd member of BTS to sign up as the group. On February 26 of 2023, Big Hit Music announced that J-Hope has begun his military enlistment process and would be carrying out his military service soon. Shortly afterwards, the label posted a new notice, a new single by J-Hope titled On the Street, scheduled for release on March 3rd of 2023. Just days before the song was released, J-Hope announced that he would be enlisting in the South Korean military for his mandatory 18th month of service. The song served as an homage to his street dancing roots as a member of the Neuron dance crew. According to Big Hit Music, J-Hope wrote the track to share his candid feelings towards his fans. In a statement, they said that the title, quote, On the Street, refers to J-Hope's roots street dance, from which his dreams to become an artist began, and the path the artist and fans will continue to walk together. The first BTS member to enlist in the military was Jin. He did that back in December of 2022, and it's expected that the rest of the members will follow suit as soon as they finish their respective schedule. In South Korea, men are required to start their military service by the age of 28, though the Order of Cultural Merit awarded to BTS by their former president Moon Jae-in in 2018 allowed them to enlist by 30 instead. In the meantime, the members have been working on their solo endeavors and have been releasing or promoting their solo projects, and J-Hope was actually the first from this group to start those solo endeavors. He came right out of the gate. J-Hope will become the 2nd member of BTS to enlist in the military after Jin. Shortly then, J-Hope actually posted a selfie smiling on the Weverse platform, asking ARMY, quote, not to worry too much about him. And of course, soon as this announcement was made, Twitter actually flooded with tweets which trended, quote, "We will wait for you, J-Hope. We love you, J-Hope." Now, BTS's agency, HYBE, stated they intended for all 7 members of BTS to serve their military responsibility when the time comes. HYBE is aiming for BTS to fully reconvene as a group in 2025. Much like Jin's solo, called The Astronaut, which was very thoughtfully written and performed in collaboration with his idol, British rock band Coldplay, J-Hope's song Hope on the Street with J. Cole is meant as a, quote, "farewell for now" gift to his fandom, to BTS ARMY. The emotional message to ARMY was heartwarmingly portrayed in the music video, which I will talk about a little bit later, and fans quickly noticed parallel between one touching moment of On the Street music video and the Astronaut music video. In Jin's The Astronaut, his character was an alien who crash land his spaceship on Earth and slowly befriends a little girl. And in one emotional scene, he teaches her how to ride a bicycle and slowly let go of her, letting her ride on her own. And in J-Hope's On the Street, the music videos shows him sharing a handshake with a young boy before parting ways. And as the boy walks away, J-Hope watches him before he turns and waves one final goodbye. Jung Hook-suk, best name for his stage name, J-Hope. J-Hope lives up to every bit of his moniker, Sunshine, among many nicknames that he has. He also has an amazing sense of style that's influenced heavily by street fashion. His raps and parts are catchy, and his personality is outgoing and optimistic. And in fact, he is also known for his amazing introduction of himself during interviews and TV shows.
I'm your Hope, you're my Hope, I'm J-Hope.
I have heard some people were saying that J-Hope's name was actually inspired by J. Cole, but actually that's not true. And in fact, in episode 4 of BTS's docu-series called Bring the Soul Influence, J-Hope revealed how his name came to be. He was speaking with fellow BTS member Jimin while riding in a car. He said, quote, "Me, RM, and Bang Seok, which is their CEO at the time, when we were making names, I said I wanted Ho in my name. So at first it was J-Ho. We kept thinking J-Ho, J-Hope. That's how we came up with my name. Pandora's box was mentioned, and the last thing left in the box was Hope. Looking back, I think the name was the right choice, and I think the name made me who I am." J-Hope's been a very big fan and admirer of J. Cole. But before we get into that, let's talk about BTS as a whole. All of BTS is actually very much inspired and love J. Cole as well. So for example, less than a month after BTS made their official debut as a group on the music scene, the group revealed their song Born Singer, an unofficial release on their YouTube and SoundCloud accounts on July 11th of 2013. Now the track is adapted from J. Cole's song Born Sinner on Cole's sophomore album, released 5 days after BTS's debut on June 13th of 2013. The track keeps the same production and composition as the original, but BTS's rapper RM, Suga, and J-Hope rewrote the lyrics. And while Cole's Born Sinner was a dedication to doing better, Born Singer was BTS's reflection on the hardships that they felt in their first month after debut. And from the start, the Bangtan Boys stood out from other K-pop stars by showcasing hip-hop as an ingrained musical and lyrical inspiration, which didn't fit the K-pop industry standards at the time, making Born Singer one of the earliest underdog anthems. in 2014. More than a year after BTS's official debut, the group released their first studio album called Dark and Wild. Their LP included a hip-hop fan favorite B-side called Hip Hop File. From shouting out hip hop forefathers like Nas to the new generation of rappers like Kendrick Lamar, Hip Hop File naturally included a mention of J. Cole during J-Hope's verse of his verse to Cole, quote, J-Hope Hope World, I built my own world. Before I built my own world, there was Cole World. And taking inspiration from J. Cole's first studio album, Cole World, the sideline story, J-Hope's first full solo project was named Hope World. Now, the parallel between the two names will show up years later. In the recent past, while BTS prepared for the release of their Proof, their anthology, including Born Singer on the career-spanning project required the okay from J. Cole himself. In an interview with Weverse magazine, another rapper in BTS, Suga, revealed that Cole himself approved. And of course, Lollapalooza in 2022 already was historic with J-Hope as the first Korean headliner. But the weekend festival became even more special when he linked up with J. Cole, accompanied by his bandmate Jimin, who was also there to help support J-Hope. J-Hope actually shared photos backstage at the Chicago Fest with a massive smile that he hung out with J. Cole. There's actually a picture of all three of them posing together. J-Hope captioned his post simply with, quote, Hope World meets Cole World, referencing albums by both artists. Speaking to Variety, J-Hope shares his thought about On the Street with J. Cole. And one of the questions that they asked him was, quote, how did On the Street with J. Cole come about? J-Hope stated that it happened at Lollapalooza last summer. He said, quote, J. Cole is my idol and we met there. Since then, I couldn't stop about thinking how great it would be if we could make music together. So I reached out to him. I already had a plan in mind to release music around this time, and I began working on it early November. As much as it took me a while to finish the song, I cherished it so much, and it meant a lot to me. The word street has special meaning to me. It means street dance, which is my roots as an artist. It's where my inspiration comes from, and it symbolizes the path that I've taken as J-Hope. It's also where I learn lessons of life. To me, the streets is where we can actually encounter and feel the real lives of people, a child's innocent mind, first encounter with someone and falling in love, etc. Street is a metaphor of life. I tried my best to convey all of this in the song and wanted to share hope and courage to those who are walking through their lives. I listened to lo-fi hip-hop a lot, and I wanted to create a song in the genre. With On the Street with J. Cole, I wanted to get closer to my contemporaries, people like me, as we live through the same age. I wanted to share, quote, down to earth, hope and comfort. For me, the song is my next chapter. I wanted to share new music as a gift to all of my fans. The song includes the lyrics that say, quote, to repay you even from afar, just like a butterfly. The message I want to deliver is that just like a butterfly, with the flap of my wings, I hope to reach as many people as possible, giving them strength and comfort. Switching gears, let's take a look at J. Cole. Jermaine Lamar Cole, born in 1985, better known as J. Cole, is a rapper and producer who was born in Frankfurt, Germany, and raised in North Carolina. Produced for the likes of Kendrick Lamar, and Cole initially gained recognition as a rapper following the release of his debut mixtape, The Come Up, in early 2007. He went on to release 2 additional mixtapes, The Warm Up in 2009 and Friday Night Lights in 2010, both to critical acclaim after signing on to Jay-Z's Rock Nation in 2009. Cole released his debut studio album, Cole World, The Sideline Story, in 2021. It debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200 And his next album, Born Sinner, also topped the Billboard 200. Cole has won a Grammy Award for Best Rap Song, Billboard Music for Top Rap Album, 3 Soul Train Music Awards, and 8 BET Hip Hop Awards. All 5 of his albums have been certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. On the Street is a song by South Korean rapper J-Hope and American rapper J. Cole. It was released as a digital single through Big Hit Music on March 3rd, 2023. The song was written by J-Hope, J. Cole, and P-Dog. On the Street is a lo-fi hip-hop track with, quotes, elements of boom bap with a catchy whistle hook and, quote, an easy listening melody, the lyrics containing, quote, warm-hearted lyrics and, quote, hopeful message. Musically, it's described that through its instrumental, the song does go through a mixture of lo-fi and traditional hip-hop, muted, filtered out guitars, whistles, courtesy of J-Hope, and a basic 8-note on the drums with the play, all which plays throughout the runtime. There is an accompanying music video. Now, what everyone has been describing J. Cole's feature in this song was more than just a feature. In fact, J. Cole is seen delivering a lengthy 32-bar verse that's roughly 1 minute and 30 seconds of him going solo in a 3 minute and 30 seconds release. That's how you feature an artist, not just merely giving them the typical 8 to 12 bars as a feature. On the Street serves as J-Hope's first solo single of 2023. On the Street also debuted at number 1 on both the worldwide and European iTunes song charts. In addition, the song hit number 1 on iTunes Top Songs chart in total of 84 countries, including Argentina, France, and the US. J-Hope has also broken UK music records with this new single. On the Street debuted at number 37 on the UK official singles chart, making J-Hope the first K-pop solo artist in history to enter the top 40 list. J-Hope is now the only BTS member to have a solo single in the top 40 UK officials chart. Now, the official music video debuted with 7.4 million views and 1.7 million likes on YouTube in the first 24 hours of release. After just 4 days of its release, the music video, which was directed by Young-Sok Choi under the company called Lumpins, which has many video production for BTS. The music video has climbed to the number 1 spot on YouTube's trending for music chart with close to 16 million views. And if you're taking a look at the actual music video, the scenery may look very familiar, especially to J. Cole's fan. This is Cortlandt Alley. Now, Cortlandt Alley is located in Lower Manhattan, New York City, which is often used as a filming location. Now, filming is not allowed in many of New York City's alleys, so Cortlandt Alley appears in many movies and television shows, including the likes of movies such as Men in Black, Cole's music video, Simba, the scenery on the rooftop. Now, some Eagle Eye Army was pointing out that it looks like it was in the Dumbo location, Dumbo, which stands for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass, which is a neighborhood in New York City borough of Brooklyn. Their agency Hive did not officially confirm the location, but Eagle-Eyed Army believed this was the location of, I believe it's Sarret Studio, which is a company that hosts special events at various locations throughout New York City. Maybe those of you who have been there can let me know in the comments exactly. Just another fun fact for this music video, J-Hope shared that he actually lost his passport ahead of flying to New York to film the music video. To be, quote, almost didn't make it, but luckily he did. So if you haven't had a chance to see this music video yet, I highly recommend that you go ahead and do so first, then come back here and take a look at my reaction. I'm going to make a lot of pauses as we go through this, okay? So with that said, let's get started. It's New York for sure.
Every time I work, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us. Every time I look, every time I love, every time I hope, as always for us. 내두 발은 선택걸어 anywhere, J in the air. 그는 길이 희망이 되고자 하연하고 태어. Even my world was made of your love in your face. 보답을 해, 저 멀리서라도 나비가 돼. Just walk lightly whenever you want. Go on hopefully wherever you walk. 누군가의 숨이 깃들여 있는 거리 내 영혼과 영원을 담을게 everywhere. Every time I walk, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us. Every time I look, every time I love, every time I hope, as always for us. Every time I walk, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us. Every time I look, every time I love, every time I hope, as always for us.
Wow, look at stance. Nice transition.
Oh, hell, the mighty survivor of hell. Plop down from heaven to sail. Holy water that I scooped from the well. Fought tooth and a nail just to prevail. Monster ruthless as I move through the field. Feeling worried, in a hurry like a 2-minute drill. To make a couple mil off a lucrative deal. Selling train of thought, name an artist who could derail. You never see it like a nigga hula hooping in jail. I got a friend smart as fuck, but he's stupid as hell. He swear to God ain't real, since it ain't no way to prove it itself. As if the universe ain't enough. As if the volcanoes ain't erupt. As if the birds don't chirp. As if a trillion nerves don't work in a human body. Shit, who would I be without the creator of this theater beside me to gently guide me? Some days I wonder if I need to pick a different hobby. I'm deep in with this rapping, it's all a nigga know. I never did nothing better, it's hard to let it go. But like a father watching his daughter walk down the altar with tears in his eyes, you gotta let her grow. And so I shall, but first I've been honing my style. Coders around with more quotables than what the quota allows. You see a top 10 list, I see a golden corral, nigga. As the moon jumps over the cow, I contemplate if I should wait to hand over the crown and stick around for a bit longer. I got a strange type of hunger. The more I eat, the more it gets stronger. The more it gets stronger. I said the more it gets stronger. J-Hope, Cold World.
Every time I walk, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us. Every time I look, every time I love, every time I hope, as always for us. Every time I walk, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us. Every time I look, every time I love, every time I hope, it's always for us.
Is that it? Oh my god. I love this song. The collaboration on this is probably one of the best collaboration I have heard. And not because this is BTS, because the way their tonalities and their lyricism and the message that they were given. And it was such a beautiful song with a beautiful music video to accompany it. To accompany to accompany this. Can't even talk. I'm so excited. All right, let's go back for a second. I want to take a look at a couple things. So at the very beginning, okay, The very beginning, things you're going to see that ARMY may point out. First of all, that was just so beautifully sung. Both J-Hope and J. Cole just complemented each other beautifully. Production-wise, I noticed they started shooting at the sky. They're panning up and then they slowly pan down to the ground, to the object. Reading that this is very similar to how Simba, the music video for Cole's music video, was also shot focusing on the sky and then panning down onto the street, onto the subject. And then at the very beginning with J-Hope and the little young boy, this is the alley where they shot all the films and the commercials. You notice the little boy. He's wearing the puffer jacket similar to J. Cole, okay? A lot of people were saying this young boy kind of mirrors what Jin's music video, where the little girl is supposed to represent ARMY. And many others have interpreted the young boy to be the young version of J-Hope. We continue on. It starts out with a simple guitar, which I love. Then the beat comes in.
Every time I
And are you hearing the 90s hip hop influence there with the table scratching going on? That was the first thing I picked up right away. The 80s and 90s was my era. I'm an old G, so that reminded me of many of the songs that I've heard when I was younger. And I loved it. And look at his fashion. He's got the Arex jacket on, Arex sweater underneath there. I think that is a street hip hop very much type of fashion that I talked about earlier. And the baggy pants that was in style at the time, and he looks fabulous. Now listen for the scratches again, okay? It's in the background.
every time I work, every time I run,
You sound like aliens.
as always for us.
It's almost a very melancholy type of beat.
Every time I love, every time I hope,
This scene right here,
as always for us.
honestly, they panned by that memorial scene and I was a little bit worried. It's right here. I was a little bit worried about what this symbolizes, but in the behind the scene music video, and J-Hope actually addresses this, he said that he was explaining that the video was intended to capture, quote, all situations that happens in the street. For the memorial, it represented, quote, saying goodbye because of unavoidable situations. Of course, he was referring to the military enlistment.
Time I live,
The color grading is beautiful, it's cinematic, it's dramatic, and melancholy at the same
always for
time.
us. 내 두 발은 선택거려 anywhere. J in the air. 그는 길이 희망이 되고자 하연하고
Now,
태어.
where J-Hope sings J in the air, there could be multiple meanings to this, or double entendres. It could be him and his success and how he climbed to be successful in the air as he moved up in the world, as well as physically, like literally, J. Cole was standing up at the rooftop.
그는 길이 희망이 되고자 하연하고 태어. Even my world was made of your love in your face. 보다 더 high. 저 멀리서라도 나비가 돼.
Talking to
Just
ARMY
walk
right now.
Whenever you want. Go on hopefully. Wherever you
He's
want.
encouraging
누군가의
us
숨.
to move
깃들여
on.
있는 거리 내 영혼과 영원을 담을게.
The symbols?
Every time I
Okay.
walk.
The drum beat is simple. It's what I normally hear back in the old hip hop songs. And right before they move on to the next verse and sometimes transitioning to a next person, you hear them hit those cymbals hard. Like 1, 2, 3. You know, listen to that again. I love that.
Blindly, whenever you want. Go on hopefully. Wherever you walk. 누군가의 숨. 깃들여 있는 거리 내 영혼과 영원을 담을게 everywhere. Every time I walk. Every time I run. Every time I move, as always for us. Every time I
This
look,
part, this whole dance sequence he's doing is freestyle.
every time I love, every time I hope, as always for us. Every time I walk,
Now,
Every
notice
time I run.
the station that he's going down into. When he walks down that station, and just so you know, BTS also has another song called Danger, in which they do a whole dance sequence in the subway station. As he goes down there, notice there is a reflection of coal in the water. But this is a great transition to we have J. Cole waiting to come in with his verse. What a great way to introduce J. Cole, a reflection in the water.
Every time I run,
There's a scratch again.
every time I move, as always for
Love that.
us. Every time I look,
There's
every
Surratt
time I
building.
love, every time I
When
hold,
he puts that hoodie on,
as always for us.
look at that pose. Look at this man in this pose. J-Hope knows how to do his dance. Look at that. So dramatic. And that's actually J-Hope's whistling. Now, that scene right there,
Hell, the mighty
before
survive.
we get to J. Cole, that train that came by, in the behind the scenes, J-Hope was dancing, and he kept on dancing, and you'll hear the director in the behind the scenes says, cut, and he kept dancing because it was so loud down there that he couldn't hear anything. If you watch the behind the scene, you'll see a longer dance sequence on that, okay? J. Cole, look at where he's standing, the Surratt building with, I believe that is the Manhattan Bridge. You guys, New Yorkers, Army, let me know otherwise, okay?
Yeah.
And I love this, I don't know what they call it, the zoom in from far away. Closing in, this transition is amazing. If you look at how they're doing the video transition here, there's far away from J. Cole, it's a long shot. And as they zoom in to J-Hope, who's about to break into his dance, then they transition to J. Cole.
Oh, hell.
On the beat, when J-Hope steps on that pound, then J. Cole comes in. Watch that again, okay? When he steps down.
Yeah.
Watch him step right there. Boom.
Oh, hell, the mighty
Transition.
survivor of hell. Clap down from
Look
heaven
at that
to
sign
sell.
behind
Holy
J.
water
Cole.
that I
When they pan to that,
smell.
look behind
Clap down
him.
from heaven to sell.
Okay? In the behind the scenes, there was actually a different message on that board. So they actually fixed that. And it says, it's my call. It's time for him. It's his call for military duty. J. Cole coming in with these lyrics that slays.
Holy water that I scoop from the well, fought tooth and a nail
J.
just to
Hope,
prevail.
just
Must the ruthless as I move
dancing
through the field,
machine.
feeling worried in a hurry like a 2-minute drill to make a couple mil off a lucrative deal. Selling train of
that's an
thought,
old
labor
sound.
artists who could derail. You never see it like a nigga hula hooping in jail. I got a friend
J.
smart as
Hope.
fuck, but he's
J.
stupid
Hope.
as hell. He swear to God ain't real, since it ain't no way to prove it itself.
Okay, I love J. Cole's lyricism. I don't know much about J. Cole, but I love his lyricism. He's bringing his faith in. He's talking about God and about this fool who's brilliant but is dumb as you know what. Like, what about all these things that are happening in life? Who created all this?
As hell, he swear to God ain't real, since it ain't no way to prove it itself.
J.
As if the universe ain't enough, as if the volcanoes ain't erupt, as if the birds don't chirp, as if
Love
a trillion
this.
nerves don't work in a human body. Shit, who would I be without the creator of this theater beside me to gently
love that.
guide me? Some days I wonder if I
The rhyming scheme on it, the creator of this theater. I love it. And then I love the next
pick a
lyrics
different
he
hobby.
writes.
I'm deep in with this rapping, that's all a nigga know. I never did nothing better, it's hard to let it go. But
Now
like
he
a
talks
father
about his
watching his
career.
daughter walk down the altar with tears in his eyes, you gotta let her grow. And so I
That pause right there is so effective. You know, he could have kept on going with that rhythm, but he gave that, I call it the pregnant pause, and it was amazing. Loving the lyricism here.
daughter walk down the altar with tears in his eyes, you gotta let her grow.
Let her grow.
And so I shall, but first I've been honing my style. Coders around with more quotables than what the quota allows. You see a top 10 list, I see a golden corral. Nigga,
Oh my God.
As the moon jumps over the
I think that's, he's got lyrics back to back to back. That is amazing. Let's play that here.
with tears in his eyes, you gotta let her grow. And so I shall, but first I've been honing my style. Coders around with more quotables than what the quota
Quotas?
allows.
You see a top 10 list, but I see a golden crow. He's eating all these guys up. Okay.
See a top
Oh my
10 list,
God.
I see a golden corral, nigga. As the moon jumps over the
All
cow.
right. referring to a childhood story where it's the opposite, where it's the cow that jumps over to the moon, but here he has it the opposite way. The moon now jumps over the cow here.
I contemplate if I should wait to hand over the crown and stick around for a bit longer. I got a strange type of hunger. The more I eat, the more it gets stronger.
Strange type of hunger. The more he eats, the more he gets stronger. And J-Hope dances out what is being sung. I love that. It's so symbolic in so many levels here.
The more it gets stronger. I said the more it gets stronger.
Sorry, let me play that back real quick. My favorite part is the shout out.
I said the more it gets stronger.
Right here.
J-Hope. Cold World.
Okay, that part is almost symbolic. This transition where J. Cole turns around and straight into the camera says, J-Hope, Cold World. It's almost like calling J-Hope, okay, your time to come up. Symbolism where J-Hope started at the bottom. He started on the street, in the subway even. And as he starts to go up to the top, and you'll see him on his journey.
Every time I work, every time I run, every time I
This bridge is beautiful.
it's always for us. Every time I look,
J. Cole harmonizing. Okay, this bridge is beautiful. J. Cole's singing voice is amazing. The harmonization that they're doing there is in the background is beautiful. The bridge is actually my favorite part of the song. And in the behind the scene, the subway where J. Cole is J-Hope is riding the subway.
every time I hope,
Beautiful.
it's always for us.
Right here, according to J-Hope in the behind the scene, this scene is the most meaningful for him. It's the most calm part of the music video. In a subway train, his journey to the top, his journey through as a K-pop artist to where he starts at the bottom and he's making his way, moving his way to go to the top and be at the top to meet his contemporary J. Cole.
Every time I work, every time
Bowery
I run,
Station, notice that sign.
every time I move,
And funny,
it's always for us.
the part where he's walking
Every time I look, every time I look,
right here, according to J-Hope behind the scenes, it's not the dancing part. He's a natural dancer, of course. That's natural and easy for him. It's the walking scene he said was actually more difficult than the dancing scene.
every time I hope, it's always
Can I
for
just
us.
tell you how much the slow-mo of him looks amazing? And of course, the most beautiful part right here. It's like two worlds coming together. J-Hope's dream come true. And the best collab of this year, I would have to say. I love this collaboration so much. I am so happy that J-Hope fulfilled his dream of being able to collaborate with his idol. I had a hard time doing this reaction, trust me. I wanted to cry a million times, but I know that J-Hope, thank you for this beautiful gift, and we love it. We love you. We will miss you, and we will always wait for you. And all of BTS, we will wait for you. So with that said, I hope you like my music video reaction for Hope on the Street. If you do, please don't forget to give me a like. And if you want to share any comments, go ahead and put them down. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? And if you get a chance, please check out all of my other music video reactions. Would love to get your thoughts and hear from you guys because I love interacting with you guys. So until next time, I hope everyone stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
J-Hope. Cold World.
every time I work, every time I run.